Alright, good morning. I did get my hair trimmed yesterday, but it was just a dry cut and I haven't brushed it yet or anything like that. So it may still look a bit skanky. Anyways, I'm working on these Superior Court correspondences. I have 4, I think, to respond to here. And the first one is regarding, if you look back when I was dealing with the Prothonotary office thugs and realizing that they did not file all of my appeals correctly, even though I had just filed an appeal perfectly correctly, but they knew by looking at that appeal I had an attorney helping me, and then they saw that I was going to keep, or they thought I had an attorney helping me, and they saw that I was going to keep doing these appeals, and they have to F with me, as they always do, just like having me charged with wiretapping for refusing to give me my transcript for weeks and weeks, which I still have not heard back from Bobby Joe Weaver today concerning how much I owe for this last transcript I'm requesting from the emergency hearing that has been sealed, because the judge sealed it because she doesn't want anyone to ever find out what happened that day and what I filed, because it just shows that she is supporting child abuse and that me and my kids are getting abused here. But regardless, let me just read really quick what happened, and as I said, you can go back and watch those videos to see what I was going through with the Prothonotary office thugs who keep violating my due process rights. And this is what they're trained to do by corrupt judges to F with people's cases. In regards to any appeal being untimely, I assure you that it was not. I filed these appeals within the 30 days, but the Westmoreland County Prothonatary office purposely chose to not file my appeals when I was there filing them correctly on time. They instead ignored my appeals until I was able to catch a few weeks later that they chose not to file my appeals correctly in order to appeal on time. In order to appeal and to appeal on time. It's the first time I'm reading it. In order for me to appeal, I should say. Because it's all about me here. This can be proved as I already mailed copies. Okay. This can be proved as I already mailed copies of all my appeals on time to the Superior Court the same day I filed with Westmoreland County Prothonatary. Attorney Eric D., who represents the opposing party, my estranged husband, who represents the opposing counsel, has the copies of the appeals in his office too that were delivered on time. So does the judge and the guardian. However, Prothonotary chose not to do their job right in order to try to get my appeals lost and or denied for not being timely. When they were. But they were not lost. The Westmoreland County Prothonatary chose to discard of them after they made me believe they filed them correctly and on time. I asked that the Superior Court check their own records to see the appeals were indeed filed in a timely manner. The Westmoreland County Prothonatary has violated my due process rights, and this is just one of the many ways they continue to do this. If necessary, we need a detective to pull the cameras at Westmoreland County Prothonatary office to prove that I was indeed there filing my appeals on time, and it shows the hard times they gave me, as I also have documented this myself with a running recorded log of what's happened here. Okay. So that's going to be part of my response for part 1. And I'm going to have to look here if she said about any other appeals being untimely, because the appealing her originally taking my children 2 years ago is the one they didn't want the Superior Court to see. But that is not the one here that they're talking about is untimely. They're talking about these appeals that I've all been, that it even says on here, because of emergency custody. And then the other one would have been Adams and me appealing her originally taking my kids. Now that one is late, but I don't see anything in here yet about that, unless it's coming in tomorrow's mail, because they're sending me something else again. So I just had to cover that a little bit more. Obviously, I don't care anything about these office workers. I just wanted to, they're the people I have to communicate with to give me my transcript, file my appeals, blah, 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 blah. And this is what they're trained to do, just like it sounds like they just did with the bully monster, getting him charged with wiretapping. Well, why did he have to record her? Why? I don't know, because the newspaper doesn't say. But I'm sure there's a reason, just like there was a reason for me when I recorded myself talking on the phone, because the thugs weren't wanting to give me my transcript. Well, now I'm dealing with the other thugs that work in the same office, who are all buddy-buddy with this lady who says I wiretapped against her, which is a charge only to bully people. That is what wiretapping charges do. They bully victims. They allow bullies to bully victims more in the Westmoreland County Prothonatary office, because these people are charging people left and right with this bogus, unheard of crime, wiretapping. So anyways, that's where I'm at. Had to get that out because I am just disgusted with these people.